Hello, everyone. Welcome to our fifth episode of the Greenhouse Ensemble's Quarantine Soiree on Zoom. My name is Hazen Kyler. I'm the artistic director of Greenhouse. So I'll be your host this evening. Tonight's presentation comes from our favorite Michigan playwright, David MacGregor. You may recognize the name David MacGregor, because his play Fixing Bob was our episode 1 of our quarantine soiree. So if you would like to support any of the artists that are here this evening who are performing, you can head to our website, greenhouseensemble.com, and you can click on support us, where you can make a tax deductible donation, or you can Venmo us, and that's at Greenhouse Ensemble. Tonight's performance is Just Desserts by David MacGregor. It's featuring Reanna Armellino, Maria Paz Alegre, Stephen Meehan, and Thomas Vorstag, and it's written by David MacGregor and directed by Bronwen Sharp. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you again for coming to our fifth episode. I hope you enjoy.
Well, I've been feeling a little burned out, and I was thinking of taking a few vacation days, like maybe go to Mexico or something. But I get the feeling that they're going to send me to Akron next week.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like Akron, Ohio in February. I'm just glad it's your turn to go. You're on mute.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey,
Wish me luck. I'm gonna go in. And my lunch! Oh, my lunch! My lunch is still here. Oh, must be my lucky day. How'd you two make out? Any casualties?
Well, I thought I was living dangerously by bringing in a fruit salad and a salami sandwich, but as you can see, I made it through the morning unscathed.
How about you, Joyce?
I lost a couple of brownies.
Brownies? Did you just say brownies?
She said brownies.
Joyce, you left brownies in the fridge? What are you thinking? Well, of course they're gone. What did you think would happen with a notorious pig on the prowl? I bet those brownies didn't even make it to 9 o'clock.
If that.
If that. You might as well ask a pack of Dobermans to guard your cheeseburger.
Are you feeling okay? Because putting anything remotely resembling a dessert in that fridge is something no sane person would do.
I poisoned the brownies.
You what?
Poisoned them. I knew that they would get ripped off, so I put poison in them. I even put a little sign on top. Poison brownies.
Oh my God. Why the sign?
I wanted to be honest about it. I figured the notorious pig would think the sign was a joke and eat them anyway.
So what did you put in them? Like a laxative or something?
No, straight up poison.
Well, what kind of poison?
I'm not really sure. It was a kind of a mixture of things. I found the recipe on the internet.
So what does this poison do?
Well, at first, I guess it makes you really thirsty, feverish. Then it works its way through your system and it gradually paralyzes you. After that, you go into convulsions and die. I'm fed up, all right? It is ridiculous for us to put up with having our food stolen all the time. And if the company is too cheap to put a security system in here, fine. Then let's see how the notorious pig likes my special brownies.
Hey guys, what is the temperature in this place? Do they have the thermostat set at 90?
Little thirsty, Chris?
I'm dying out there. You guys aren't hot?
We're fine.
Hey, Chris. You didn't happen to find a couple brownies in the fridge this morning, did you?
Brownies. No. Why?
Because if you just happen to take somebody else's brownies.
Wait, what are you guys saying? I'm the notorious pig? You think it's me who's stealing the food?
Is it?
No. God, I'm thirsty.
You're thirsty because you stole my brownies and ate them.
No, I didn't.
You did.
That's ridiculous. You have no right to accuse me of anything. Besides, why would brownies make me thirsty?
Because I poisoned them. Just like the sign said.
You're making that up.
Are you feeling any abdominal cramping yet?
Oh. No.
Chris, you are the notorious pig, and you have been stealing our lunches for the past 6 months. Admit it.
I'm not. You know what? I don't have to take this. Screw you guys. I'm not feeling well. I'm going home.
Yourself. But you'll never make it to a doctor in time.
In time for what?
The poison in those brownies is going to kill you.
Unless you confess to being the notorious pig. In which case, I have the antidote.
Nice. You really thought this one out.
But I didn't steal it.
Brownies? Then you don't need the antidote.
Found a brownie on my desk. Somebody left it there and I ate it.
That's a lie.
Of course it is.
Tell us what you are. Tell us that you're the notorious pig.
Ah! Oh my God. Please. Please. Give me the antidote.
This? Only when you admit what you are.
I can't feel my legs. Joyce, please.
Tell us what you are. Say it!
I'm notorious.
I didn't catch that.
I'm the notorious.
Louder. Like you're proud of it. Tell the world, Chris.
Notorious pig!
You are. But I suppose even notorious pigs deserve to live.
I disagree. I don't think the notorious pig deserves to live.
Evan, what are you doing? Give him the antidote. He's going to die.
And what's the downside there?
Death.
So? People die all the time. Give me one good reason why he should live.
Do you think he deserves to die because of a couple of brownies?
It's not just a couple of brownies. He's been scavenging around here for months. It's like having a parasite inside your body. I mean, just look at him. Human parasite. I say, let's get rid of it while we can.
But it's just some food.
It's not just some food. It's... Let me tell you something. About a month ago, I knew that I had a really rough day ahead of me. So I got up early and I made myself a sandwich. Not just any sandwich. I had fresh sourdough bread, smoked turkey, a couple slices of provolone cheese. I even made some guacamole to go with it, just the way I like it. you know, nice and chunky with some tomatoes, just a little bit of lemon juice, some garlic and salt. That day was the day from hell. Every phone call, every email, I felt like my head was going to explode. But I just kept telling myself, Evan, this is bad. But you have the most kick-ass sandwich of all time waiting for you. But it wasn't waiting for me. Because when I went to the break room and I put my hand on the fridge and I opened it up and I reached inside, it was gone. And you know what I ended up eating? Some stale Fritos and a Twix bar from the vending machines.
I remember that day. I thought you were going to stroke out on us.
But we can't just let him die. What are we? Jury, judge, executioner?
We don't need to be jury and judge. He just confessed.
If he dies, he's his own executioner. He did this to himself.
Hey. Okay. But you know, you might have a point there. Okay. Say let's give him this antidote. What then? I'm guessing that after all of this, he would quit the job. But he's just gonna go somewhere else and do exactly the same thing all over again.
Yep.
We don't know that for sure. Maybe he learned his lesson.
Oh, he's a grown man, and day after day, week after week, he has been ripping off his coworkers. What kind of person does that? And is this the kind of person that we want in society? Do we want him to breed and have kids? No. Do we want him associating with people and passing on his behavior? No.
Exactly. Is the world a better place with him in it? I say no.
Me too.
Okay. I see your point. But honestly, I never wanted to actually kill anybody. I just wanted to teach him a lesson. And if he dies, I might get into trouble.
No, you won't. The brownies were marked poison brownies. I mean, can you sue a rat poison company if someone eats the rat poison? No. He knowingly ate brownies marked poison. That's his problem, not yours. You're golden.
And who's that? None of us is talking. And when somebody finds him dead in here, they're just gonna think that he had like a heart attack or a stroke or something, you know.
But you know what? This should really be Joyce's decision after all. I mean, she was the one who made the brownies.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Okay, Joyce. Your call.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Well, this is America, right? A democracy and all. Maybe majority rule is. Huh. That worked faster than I thought it would.
Yeah, well, what's that saying? Death is something that happens when you're busy making plans.
I think it's life is what happens when you're busy making other plans.
Yeah, I guess they both make sense.
Well, I better get back to that PowerPoint presentation. I should really, get cracking on that.
Yeah.
So.
And I better start crunching the numbers for a certain someone's amazing trip to the fabulous Akron, Ohio.
Damn it. You're kidding, right?
Sorry, you're up in rotation.
You know what? Take your vacation days. You deserve a margarita or two on a Mexican beach. I'll go to Akron.
Good call. And I'll get started on the paperwork.
Seriously?
Absolutely. You really went out on a limb with this whole notorious.
And you know how they keep calling us a team and everything? Well, this right here, this is what teammates do.
You had our back. We got yours.
Well, thanks, guys. You know what? When I'm down there, I'll grab some Mexican chocolate. And then when I come back, I'm making brownies for everyone.
Oh, yes! Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yes, it is a little sad, though.
What happens to people?
I don't know.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Hey. I have to climb over a whole lot of home lighting devices on this set.
Making a studio at home is a serious thing. Come.
Good job. Okay, we'll share it. I'll just find a way to be over here. So, well, thank you guys. Great work. This is another great episode of our quarantine soiree. So I think what we'll do is I wanted to ask you guys a question, each of you.
Also, thanks to Bronwen for directing. Yeah, it was really wonderful working with her.
Thank you, Bronwen.
I hope David doesn't mind, but the playwright was here and he watched and he made a comment. And he said, "Bravo, easily the best Zoom play I have seen so far." Phenomenal. Another comment from Johnny saying that was
That's
hysterical.
Johnny's my twin brother.
Oh, well, Johnny loved it. That was hysterical, amazing, loved it. Ha 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 ha. And Pedro Santos said, "Well done, everyone." So I just wanted to share with all of you guys, since you can't see it, some of the feedback that we've gotten, which is exciting. And I'm going to share the link if anybody wants to support any of us, the artists, tonight. There's a link in the chat and it'll be on Facebook too, where you can do so. Oh, and my mommy said a wonderful evening of laughter. Mommy. Okay, Hayes, go ahead.
All right. So there's from this strain of food for 6 months, there's this kind of obsession with food, and I was thinking with the quarantine and the pandemic and the way that we're adapting to these new stresses and new ways of life, are there any kind of new obsessions that you guys have picked up, or interests that you've become passionate about over these past few months?
Yeah, for sure. We lived together. This is why she could barge in on me during the play. But we've always liked the outdoors, and but never have really brought the outdoors indoors with us. We didn't really have many plants or anything like that. But because of quarantine and not being able to go outside too much, we pretty much bought a plant store.
Yeah.
So we
we accidentally bought a plant store.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's been our obsession, making sure they look and feel nice and great, bright.
Taking care of your plant friends.
Yes.
Of other ones.
I'll show mine.
Oh, good.
This little creature.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so much comfort.
Maybe a little too much.
We're getting some great comments here. Kathy said, wow, that was totally realistic. Aida said, great job. And Elle said, that's the last time I take something from the work fridge.
Yeah.
You would.
So,
Happy birthday.
Thomas, what about you? Any new things happening? Obsessed?
Well, I guess I pushed myself outside of a comfort zone a little bit because I love to eat, but I hate cooking. So any chance I get to eat on stage is always my favorite. So I was thrilled that we got to work that in. But I was talking with a friend of mine who is a chef, and I was like, so why, whose name actually happens to be the same name of my twin brother. I said, so John, why do you like cooking so much? And he says, well, I kind of enjoy, having an opportunity to show someone else I care about them and love for them. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. So kind of during quarantine, I'm trying to, once a week, I've been pushing myself, you know what, I'm going to cook a meal for like my family, which is like, my twin brother who I live with. So that's been I kind of like more of a hobby and less of an obsession, but something I'm like, I'm going to do this because I really enjoy eating. So I want to, be able to appreciate the process too.
Yeah.
Your brother just.
I think your brother just
said you are the notorious pig.
Bronwen, what about you? Oh, you're on.
Wait, Bronwen, you're on mute.
It's my problem too.
Of course. I've been doing some painting, like these funny monster paintings. And I never really did that before the pandemic. And yeah, so that's been really fun. And usually while I'm painting, I put on some red lipstick for some reason, and drink a glass of wine. And I play country music, and and eat Doritos, and it's great. It's a real party. So yeah, so that's a new thing.
That sounds awesome.
You have a very clear system.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you? What are some of the obsessions? Or
My
things?
obsessions have been kind of going in phases. Well, because Hazen and I keep uprooting ourselves and going to like a different location. So every location has a different kind of obsession. When we were in New York, I was similar to you, Thomas. I was like obsessed with cooking because we couldn't order in anything. And I was like, well, plus I could only go to the supermarket once a week because the line for Trader Joe's was like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
So I could get all this food and do all of this meal planning and be like really obsessive with making these like meals that to me felt gourmet, but are probably fairly basic. But there was a step up for me. Then I went to Florida to stay with my parents, and they have a pool in their backyard. So I became obsessed with spending as much time as I could in the pool. Like if it was raining, it would bother me. I would be like affected by the fact that I couldn't be in the pool. I'm like losing pool time right now. And then in Michigan, I guess I'm back to being obsessed with my Spanish lessons. I've got a 32-day streak of Spanish, and if I don't get that streak in there, it kind of like messes up the whole day.
Great.
So, I do get a little obsessive during this time though. What about you, Hayes? Do you want to share?
No, I'm just the host.
He has no hobbies or interests.
I'm incredibly very level-headed. I don't become obsessive about anything. At the beginning of quarantine, I was running a lot. Well, not a lot, but much more than I ever have before. And I was using the Nike Run app, and I was very competitive with my friend, and I was thinking, well, I'm certainly going to be ready for a marathon soon. And then, of course that's not true. But and then we went to Florida, and immediately I thought, well, maybe this can stop now, and from the heat. But I don't know if I've had any other obsessions. I am becoming. Bronwen designs all of these. She does the lighting and the set design for this whole series. So I am becoming more and more kind of interested and it could turn into an obsession soon of working with her with the lighting. And well, actually, we can probably show. You can see why. Maybe we'll move really quick and see why I'm standing the way that I am. So I'm in between lights.
Oh my god.
The random
Making
household
theater at
lights
home.
that we can put together to
We
make
have
it look
what,
like an
1,
office.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lights.
And they're
Oh
just
my God.
they're just from everywhere.
Yeah.
In the house. But otherwise, thank you guys so much, everybody, for coming and being a part of our greenhouse family. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, next week
Thursday.
you can join us.
Thanks,
We'll be
Hazen,
doing
for having us.
We'll be doing next week Running in Circles Screaming by Jenny Mahoney and directed by Hazen Kyler.
Yes.
So we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for joining.